You are watching wealthy individuals set their capital on fire, and you have the opportunity to directly profit from their vanity. When an affluent buyer purchases a brand new $60,000 luxury SUV, they are not paying for mechanical superiority. They are paying for a temporary status symbol. The moment the new body style is released, they trade it in, and the vehicle sheds up to 80% of its original value. The mainstream used car market is completely terrified of depreciated luxury vehicles. Consumers assume that a $10,000 European SUV is a guaranteed financial death sentence that will bankrupt them with catastrophic electrical failures and massive repair invoices. If you lack mechanical education, that assumption is entirely correct. However, if you possess the exact engine block data and manufacturing timelines, you can exploit this depreciation anomaly. There are specific luxury SUVs that harbor industrial-grade, naturally aspirated powertrains beneath their premium leather interiors. They have crashed to the $10,000 price point not because they're mechanically flawed, but simply because the emblem on the grille frightens the average buyer. I have analyzed the global depreciation curves, verified the specific transmission architectures, and isolated 4 luxury SUVs that have plummeted to $10,000. These are structural monoliths that will outperform, outclass, and outlast any economy crossover on the market. Let us get to work. Number 1. The angular German Volt, the 2013 to 2015 Mercedes-Benz GLK 350. When you observe the exterior styling of the GLK 350, it is a complete departure from modern aerodynamic crossovers. It features a rigid, boxy, upright profile that heavily mimics the legendary Mercedes G-Wagon. Because the automotive market shifted towards smooth, sloping rooflines, the GLK was discontinued and replaced by the GLC class. The discontinuation of this specific nameplate caused its market value to completely crater. You must exercise absolute precision with the manufacturing years on this vehicle. You are searching exclusively for the facelifted 2013 to 2015 models. If you purchase the 2010 to 2012 iterations, you are acquiring the older M272 engine. The M272 is a 90-degree V6 engine that requires a complex internal balance shaft to run smoothly. It is less efficient and carries a heavy, toxic stigma from early balance shaft gear failures. You must avoid those early years to protect your investment. The 2013 to 2015 GLK 350 is powered by the completely redesigned M276 3.5-liter V6 engine. In the automotive engineering sector, the M276 is an absolute triumph. Mercedes-Benz engineered this engine with a 60-degree cylinder bank angle. This naturally balances the engine, completely eliminating the need for a complex internal balance shaft. It is a naturally aspirated 302 horsepower engine driven by a massive, highly durable timing chain. To ensure uninterrupted power delivery, Mercedes paired this engine with the 7G Tronic Plus automatic transmission. This is a highly refined hydraulic gearbox that offers immediate, smooth shifts without the violent hesitation found in modern dual-clutch systems. Inside the cabin, you are enveloped in premium MB Tex upholstery, authentic wood trims, and heavy sound-deadening materials that completely isolate you from highway noise. The chassis feels incredibly dense and stable at high speeds. Because the mainstream buyer is terrified of maintaining an out-of-warranty Mercedes, you can acquire this premium German asset for roughly $9,000 to $10,000. You are purchasing an over-engineered executive transport vehicle for the price of a heavily abused Honda Civic. Number 2. The Swedish engineering disguise. The 2008 to 2012 Land Rover LR2. If you are located in the United Kingdom or Australia, you recognize this exact vehicle under the nameplate Land Rover Freelander 2. I am fully aware that the words reliable and Land Rover rarely belong in the same sentence. The global automotive community correctly associates the Land Rover brand with catastrophic air suspension failures, severe electrical faults, and engine timing chain disasters. The brand reputation is highly toxic, and the depreciation is absolute. But you must bypass the brand name and examine the raw architectural DNA of this specific model. The Land Rover LR2 was manufactured during the era when Ford Motor Company owned Land Rover, Volvo, and Aston Martin. As a result, the LR2 was built upon the highly successful Ford EUCD global platform. This is the exact same underlying chassis utilized for the remarkably safe and reliable Volvo XC60. The true value of this vehicle lies directly underneath the hood. The LR2 does not feature a fragile British engine. It is powered exclusively by the 3.2-liter Volvo SI6 inline-six engine. This naturally aspirated engine was engineered in Sweden and manufactured in the United Kingdom. Because it is an inline six-cylinder, it is perfectly balanced and operates with exceptional smoothness. It features a highly unique short block design, utilizing a rear engine accessory drive or REED system. This means the gear train that drives the camshafts and auxiliary components is mounted at the rear of the engine, keeping the block incredibly compact and structurally rigid. There are no high-pressure turbochargers to overheat, and it is entirely immune to the complex cooling issues that plague traditional Range Rovers. Land Rover paired this Swedish engine with the Aisin TF81SC 6-speed automatic transmission. Aisin is the premier Japanese transmission manufacturer responsible for outfitting Toyota's commercial vehicles. You are acquiring a heavy-duty Volvo engine block and a world-class Japanese transmission, entirely wrapped in a premium British luxury aesthetic. Because the average consumer assumes this is just another broken Land Rover, the market demand is non-existent. You can purchase a fully capable, all-wheel drive luxury SUV featuring a sophisticated terrain response system for exactly $7,000 to $10,000. It is the ultimate market inefficiency. Stop analyzing these engine blocks for a second. We need to confront a highly dangerous reality about the used car market. Isolating a reliable engine model is completely useless if the dealership successfully hands you the keys to a digital ghost. Luxury vehicles possess highly advanced onboard computers. Unscrupulous dealerships and private sellers are heavily exploiting this technology. When a high-end vehicle sustains internal transmission damage, the computer logs a fatal error. Sellers are utilizing advanced diagnostic override tools to forcefully wipe the computer's memory banks, temporarily erasing active misfires and transmission slipping codes. You inspect the vehicle, the dashboard is perfectly clear, and you hand over $10,000. 48 hours later, the computer completes its drive cycle, the transmission locks into neutral, and your bank account is wiped out. You cannot fight modern digital scams by kicking the tires. You must command absolute diagnostic authority. I engineered the anti-scam vehicle blueprint to completely neutralize this threat. I am assigning you a direct task. Turn to page 30 of this manual, print the Master Field Inspection Checklist, secure it to a rigid physical clipboard. When you walk onto the lot, do not engage in a salesman's high-pressure small talk. Pull out the clipboard, plug into the OBD2 port, and systematically execute the exact permanent code extraction sequence I detail on page 23. When a slick car salesman observes a seasoned buyer holding a physical clipboard, executing an unerasable digital diagnostic protocol, the blood drains from their face. The psychological manipulation stops instantly. They realize they cannot conceal a faulty transmission, and the asking price plummets. A hidden transmission failure on a luxury SUV will instantly drain $5,000 from your savings. This master manual is exactly $47. It is the ultimate shield for your financial stability. Point your smartphone camera at the QR code on your screen right now, or click the link located at the very top of the description below this video. Secure your copy immediately. Do not negotiate empty-handed.
Let us return to the data. Number 3, the premium towing monolith, the 2011 to 2014 Volkswagen Touareg, equipped exclusively with the 3.6-liter VR6. The Volkswagen Touareg is one of the most misunderstood luxury vehicles on the global market. Because it carries a standard Volkswagen emblem, the average consumer categorizes it alongside basic economy vehicles like the Jetta or the Tiguan. They assume it is a standard, budget-friendly crossover built on a cheap platform. That assessment is factually incorrect. The second-generation Volkswagen Touareg, known internally as the 7P chassis, was co-developed directly alongside the Porsche Cayenne. It is built upon the premium PL72 platform. This is an ultra-rigid, highly advanced luxury chassis designed to cruise comfortably at 130 miles per hour on the German Autobahn, while maintaining the structural capacity to tow exactly 7,716 pounds. You must be incredibly disciplined when selecting your powertrain. You must completely avoid the TDI diesel models and the highly complex hybrid variants. You are searching exclusively for the base model Touareg, equipped with the 3.6-liter naturally aspirated VR6 engine. The VR6 is an engineering marvel. It features a highly unique, narrow-angle 15-degree cylinder configuration utilizing a single cylinder head. It is a massive, heavily reinforced cast-iron engine block that produces 280 horsepower with zero forced induction. Volkswagen perfected the specific engine architecture over 2 decades, making the 3.6-liter iteration incredibly robust, highly reliable, and immune to the failures of early-generation blocks. To manage the massive towing torque, the VR6 is mated to the Aisin TR80SD 8-speed automatic transmission. This is a heavy-duty, longitudinally mounted hydraulic gearbox designed specifically for high-stress, high-heat towing and off-road applications. The interior of the Touareg features authentic leather, thick brushed aluminum trims, and acoustic cabin insulation that completely rivals vehicles costing 3 times as much. Because the global Volkswagen emission scandal heavily damaged the brand's overall reputation, the depreciation curve on the Touareg was catastrophic. You can acquire a mechanical sibling to the Porsche Cayenne powered by a cast-iron VR6 for exactly $10,000. Number 4. The engineered anomaly, the 2009 to 2012 Audi Q5 equipped with the 3.2-liter naturally aspirated FSI V6. The Audi brand is widely feared in the used car market, and for very valid, highly documented reasons. The standard, most popular variant of the Audi Q5 was equipped with the EA888 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. That specific engine is globally notorious for catastrophic timing chain tensioner failures, severe rear main seal leaks, and defective piston rings that consume engine oil at a devastating rate. It is a highly volatile engine that requires constant, expensive intervention. Because the 2.0-liter engine was the highest-selling variant, the entire Q5 nameplate earned a highly toxic reputation, driving the resale value of every single model straight into the ground. This presents a massive fiscal blind spot for the educated buyer. You are going to ignore the 4-cylinder models entirely and search exclusively for the 2009 to 2012 Audi Q5 equipped with the 3.2-liter naturally aspirated FSI V6. This is the CALB engine code. It is an entirely different mechanical architecture. It does not utilize forced induction. There are no delicate turbocharger wastegates to fail. It is a robust, naturally aspirated V6 that produces 280 horsepower and delivers immediate linear acceleration. Furthermore, this specific iteration of the 3.2-liter features heavily updated timing chain tensioners compared to older Audi V6 engines, drastically improving its lifespan. Most importantly, Audi did not equip the specific United States model with their complex, highly fragile dual-clutch DSG transmission. The 3.2-liter V6 in this market was mated exclusively to the ZF 6HP 6-speed automatic transmission. ZF is globally recognized for manufacturing the most durable, highly refined hydraulic transmissions in the entire automotive industry. It shifts with incredible precision and boasts exceptional long-term durability. You are acquiring Audi's legendary Quattro full-time all-wheel drive, a meticulously crafted interior featuring real wood and premium leather, and a naturally aspirated V6 that completely bypassed the 4-cylinder engineering disasters. Because the mainstream market cannot differentiate between the varying engine codes, you can effortlessly acquire the reliable 3.2-liter Audi Q5 for under $10,000. You do not need to accept an 80% depreciation hit just to enjoy premium transportation. The automotive industry thrives on consumers who prioritize the new car smell over fundamental financial strategy. The M276 powered Mercedes GLK, the Volvo engineered Land Rover LR2, the VR6 Volkswagen Touareg, and the naturally aspirated Audi Q5 are undeniable proof that heavy-duty luxury engineering is readily available if you know exactly where to look. By isolating the correct engine and transmission combinations, you can secure an executive-level utility vehicle that will outlast modern economy cars for a fraction of the cost.